What's up, sis? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, hello. My name is Lakeisha, and this is Karen Lakeisha. This is going to be a 10-minute get. We're gonna see if we can get. I can do my makeup in 10 minutes, as well as tell a story. So let's get into this right away. And the story is really going to be about my last couple of days at my old job, and how really I let the voiceover speak.
So this video is really an example, and trust me, I have more than a few examples of God fighting your battles. Like you don't literally have to get your lick back. And honestly, this is something that I had to learn over time because I don't like being bullied. I don't like just people being mean to me, and I did nothing to you. But now that I know what I know, everything is spiritual. It's not really the person, it's the spirit behind the person. And because of generational curses, like these spirits know your buttons to push. Okay, now I'm not a fighter, but when I do fight, and I don't even fight, I can't. I think the last fight I had was like, I don't even know. But that's just not me. I'm just mellow. I'm just laid back. I stay in the house. I mind my business. Like, why are you bothering me? Why are you so bored that you bother me? And but I know that again, it's not the person, it's the spirit behind the person. So remember these two things. Number one, I did not have a car. Number two, the Spirit of the Lord actually told me that and has been ministering to me months before that I'm not going to be working there, that I'm going to be working for myself. So let's get into it. This particular day, there were no managers on the shift. Whoever made the schedule, you're awesome, okay? I'm being sarcastic. But there was no management on this particular shift, which means there was less coverage on the shift. So when shift 2 came in, it was just chaotic. And what I mean by chaotic, and I'm probably overreacting because I like order, it was chaotic in a sense that number one, we had to take care of customers, which was fine. We had to take care of customers. But we also had to prepare backups and make sure everything was in order and ran smoothly for shift 2. I know how annoying it is when you come in and you got to do somebody else's job plus yours. There's no need for that when there's enough people. And it would have been even better if the delivery truck came on time. And these are all things that are just out of our control, right? So, two of my shift managers, now it's really nobody's business what I do after 12:30 because my shift is from 3:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Didn't matter what I was doing at 1:30. It's really nobody's business, but I did let them know, like, dude, like, because we were discussing this, like, I have an appointment at 1:30. I can't remember, but I have an appointment, which I missed, by the way. But it's water under the bridge. So I'm like, I'm leaving the time I'm supposed to leave. Here come this truck around 12:20 or somewhere in that nature. And I even told the manager because I believe someone texts somebody to come in, a management to come in, and he did. I think he came in around 11 or something. I can't really remember, but I remember one of the shift managers coming in, and I was like, I got an appointment. I'm gonna do the best I can, but I got an appointment. I'm not, and I'm thinking like I'm not gonna be running around here like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to do everything, trying to restore order and get some order in here. That's not my job. I surrender that. I'm not doing that no more, especially for people who they don't appreciate it. So, ciao. The next day, the general manager. First of all, let me start over. I found out one of my associates that I worked with that day lied on me. And the other associate and the shift manager defended me and said, no, that was a lie. Lakeisha did what she was supposed to do. So the general manager proceeds to make passive aggressive, talking out the side of your neck comments. And I did give in. I did give in at the end of, towards a little bit of the end of my shift, because, you know, I just like, this is not cool. It's not. And while I also was going back and forth in my mind, like, you know, this, don't trip about it, this ain't it, my flesh was like going back and forth with my spirit. Like, girl, you got me messed up. Like, what? So there was times where it was like a little bit bipolar on my end, because it's like, girl, why are you upset with me, but you're not upset with the person that basically lied in your face? I guess you wanted me, I know we in Texas, so I guess you wanted me to go get a cow, get on Lucy, and start pumping some milk out. Like, be for real. Be for real. Seriously. So, passive aggressive, talking out the side of your neck, like, you know what? Yes, I said some things that she could hear in an earshot. And you can't talk to a manager about a manager, but my flesh needed to hear what my flesh needed to speak. Okay. So I just let it go, walked away. Well, I really didn't let it go if you think about it. But, you know, whatever. So the next day, she did a complete 360. Saying, you're the best employee. You've done a great job. Whoop, whoop, wop, 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 wop. Bombastic side eye. Never again. Upset. I don't trust you. I do not trust you. What is this nonsense? I do not trust you whatsoever. And so, yeah. So later, probably like a day or so later, I don't know, can't remember. I knew I had to work Sunday, and apparently, I didn't have a car, but I knew it was my responsibility to get to work. Did not mind paying, did not mind giving people gas money. It's whatever. Like, I just need a ride home. I just need to get to work, period. So I actually asked someone to cover my shift. Child, they took a whole week to give me a response. But that same day, because I don't like doing stuff last minute, that same day I text the managers like, hey, can, you know, somebody cover my shift, or can I have off that day? Something. Because I don't want to miss work. I don't like arriving late, but it is what it is. Man, I couldn't find nobody to cover my shift, and I'm like, okay, I can't come in Sunday. Now, they didn't know the reason. I just ended up telling them. It's really nobody's business, but I just ended up telling them, because I could have said, oh, it's personal. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, I didn't have a way to get there. Like, yes, I had money for Uber, but that low key was like backup money just in case something went wrong with transportation. Like, I just always have a backup for a backup, you know? And they were like, well, you will have to come in. And I'm like, I can't, I'm not. And the GM texted me like, well, if you don't come in, that's automatic termination. And I was like, well, I guess I'm turning in my badge Monday. And I had peace about the whole situation. I really did. And also, I really feel like if I had kids, they'll let that slide, because it was so much favoritism with people with children up there. I kid you not. But long story short, because I still am in communication and in contact with someone that works there, that we're growing a friendship, and something just told me to ask. Like I left in November. This was around late January, and I asked her, like, what happened to that new girl that they were training to be GM? And she was like, oh, she quit. And then the manager that defended me, he left. And the girl that was in the promotion to be a manager, she left. They all left that week that I left. Don't play with me. Don't play with God's kid. God sees you being mistreated. And the only thing you gonna get is charges. Let God fight your battles. So that's my story time. That's it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I got 2 other stories to go in this series. So comment below. Let me know if you would want to hear these stories. And I will see you all on the next video. Bye.